beloved daughter, his wife, Anuli. You've been strong. You've been very strong. I want to appreciate you and thank God for your life. I think you need to give Anuli a round of applause this evening and truly thank God for her.
The identity of late Nollywood actor ALEXX EKUBO'S wife has finally been revealed after his service of songs yesterday. And you guys, this woman is such a beauty to behold. You know, after the shocking and highly publicized end of ALEXX EKUBO'S engagement to Fancy Achalom, his ex-fiancée, just a few months before their wedding, nobody really heard anything about him getting married afterwards. In fact, many people simply assumed he remained single all these years. But then when the heartbreaking news of his passing broke out, one statement from some of his close friends got everybody talking. Because while sending their condolences, they all referred to ALEXX as a son, a husband, and a father. And guys, as you all know, so many people started asking questions. People wanted to know when he got married, who the wife is, did they have children together, why the marriage was kept a secret, and all of that. And then during the service of songs yesterday night, the officiating pastor offered special prayers for ALEXX's wife, whom he addressed as Anuli. She was seated in the front row, quietly mourning her husband while wearing a face mask and dark sunglasses. As in, at this point, many people were really curious to know who she was. However, things took another turn when a woman who identified herself as Anuli's sister mounted the stage to deliver a touching tribute. She spoke about how ALEXX came into their family, how he won their hearts, and how happy they were to give their sister's hand in marriage to him because of the kind of man he was. And my people, from that moment, social media investigators went to work immediately. And now, the woman has been identified as Anuli Amakom Ekubo, and she is reportedly the CEO of NOG Oil and Gas Company. Reports also claim that she and ALEXX got married 2023 in a very private ceremony attended by only close family members and trusted friends. I think ALEXX chose to keep his marriage completely private because of the scandals, backlash, and all the drama that came with his previous engagement to Fancy Achalom. And honestly, I must commend his friends for respecting his wish. As in, one thing I learned from this is that people show you what they want you to see. May ALEXX EKUBO continue to rest in peace, and may God grant his wife, family members, friends, and loved ones the strength to bear this painful loss. What do you think about this revelation? Were you surprised to discover that ALEXX EKUBO got married privately? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below, and please do well to send your condolences in the comment section as well. They will definitely see it. Sleep well, ALEXX, till we meet to part no more.
For the next tribute, let's make welcome his sister-in-law, Uche Ifezue.
My tribute is here, so you can go home and read it, but I just want to speak from my heart. Because if we had gathered for someone else, and I'm standing here trying to rekana godira abacha. Unye kana gwara abacha. Ikenna. So difficult to speak of him in the past. Like a candle in the wind. It's come and gone. Really. To have had our paths crossed with the Ekubos. Right from when Ikenna was growing up, the family. We've been family friends. Very, very in a special way. And God has been a sweetheart in my family. Because amongst his siblings, boys, very, very peculiar with boys to maybe stray, you know, when you're taking them to church to stray. But Ikenna was that boy that followed his mother to God. And anyone that experienced my mother will know that all you needed to charm her was to just, you know, so Ikenna, she loved that Ikenna was a Jesus boy. And then it was very seamless for ALEXX to transition from being just a family friend to be like an in-law. Never to pick out Joel as his wife. My mommy told him, you know, you've always been my son, but now legally you have become our Joel and Ike. than Ikenna. The most intentional boy. Most intentional. The things you would overlook. He noticed them. The perfect planner. To know him is to experience him. To experience him is to love him. This world didn't deserve him. He was almost perfect. The purest heart, the goofiest of them all. He would always light up everywhere he stepped into. Anuli, my sister, it was difficult for us. We're very particular about who she ends up with because she's a special breed. But when Ikenna came forth, we knew no one else deserved her but Ikenna. We knew she was safe with him because he was an intentional lover. If you thought you've ever known or experienced love, you needed to experience Ikenna and Anuli. He was very intentional. My mother was safe with him because we saw how he loved his family. Because we're very intentional in our own family too. So it wasn't a thing of bother to let our Joel go to Ikenna. Because we saw how particular he was about family. Family not just being by blood. If Ikenna loved you, you've become family. The purest of them. Ikenna came, and his mission he fulfilled. Yes, might be short, but who are we to say he was short? One thing we're certain of, one thing I know is that Ikenna returned empty. He emptied of himself. He didn't return back to his maker with anything. He emptied himself of every virtue he came into this life with. He was a crazy lover of Jesus, a radical lover of God. That's our consolation. That he came, he saw, he conquered, and returned fulfilled. Nothing to be pitiful about. We cry because we miss him here. Ikenna is enough Bible for us to read. If Ikenna's life on earth hasn't taught us anything, we're most of all men most miserable. Make your way back to Christ. That's the most important thing in this world. Life and Christ, when the social media, everyone's family with his beautiful wife and with Christ. Do not pity for us or Ikenna. Pity for yourselves. Search within and know. Would people gather? Would people bear witness of your stay here just the way people are bearing witness here? As we sit to mourn Ikenna, we mourn ourselves. I pray that Ikenna's passage will lead us back to true love, which is Jesus Christ. There is nothing here. There is absolutely nothing here. No wonder he just identified as a human being. He realized, may it not be too late for us. We didn't lose a brother-in-law, we lost a brother. A dear one at that. But we know that God is able and we continue to judge him faithful. Thank you.